Hey guys, Shorter Star. I hope you had a great week and I'm looking forward to a good weekend. I hope you're doing the same. Again, I want to thank you guys for supporting me. Thank you for viewing my videos. Thank you for your comments. Again, thank you. I love you guys. Here in New York, New Jersey is finally starting to feel like winter. Um, we have Thanksgiving coming less than a week away. And I just want to come and talk to you guys about some things. So we're going to start it off with Megan Good and Jonathan Majors announcing that they're engaged. Surprise, surprise. Honestly, I'm not surprised. Um, okay, listen, I don't understand how people, and it doesn't matter colors, nationality, anything, what marriage has become now. It's it's for now. It's for the next couple of years. Let's see if it works. What happened to people looking at marriage as forever? If that's possible with the person. I'm just saying if. Nothing's forever. But, I remember people getting married, and some people are one of my closest couples right now. I think they've been married 40 something years. Listen, let me tell you something. I think that is so willy nilly. We've been taught and it's been drilled in our brains that we're not a complete person unless we have someone and all those other things, and I think it's a load of crap. Do not believe that. You are who you are. Okay, unless you're a twin, you were born by yourself. So again, all of this rushing, take your time, Megan. Like really, if I'm not mistaken, you just divorced what 2 to 3 years ago. Take your time. This guy has a history of violence, um, having allegedly misunderstandings with women. Um, Take your time. I think that you should see your partner in every situation that's possible, meaning, I want to see you angry, really angry. I want to see how you deal with that situation. I want to see you sad. I, I, I just don't understand all of this jumping in and out of marriage. But you know what? If it works for you and that's what you feel you need to do, then hey, knock yourself out. But to me, I don't see it for them with marriage. Date, have a long engagement. Why can't you just be together? Marriage isn't for everyone. Um, Moving right along. Did you know that the Texas Board of Education voted to approve Bible curriculum in public elementary schools? Now, I'm not quite sure of how I feel about um, the school teaching my kids the Bible. I'm not quite sure. I think it's something that, listen, there's a melting pot of religions. You can be Christian, you can be Jewish, you can be Hindu, you can be Muslim, and on and on and on. I don't know if school is the place to teach me the Bible or their version of the Bible because it could be 10 of us and we read something and we all get something different from it. So I think that right now in my mind, it can change. I'm human. Right now, I think religion and something like that should start at home. And I think that I don't know if I want to entrust educators. I mean, who's teaching these classes? Are they ordained ministers? Are they priests? Yeah, I kind of think that should start off at home and and go from there. I think that the schools are trying to do everything but teach and teach what they should be teaching if you really want to know. But I'm gonna let you draw your conclusion and you tell me what you think. Give me 1 second. Here we go.
Well, right now, Texas is at the center of the battle over religion in public schools. Minutes ago, the state's Board of Education approved a new and controversial curriculum for elementary schools that includes teachings from the Bible. This is all part of a larger trend of Republican-led states making moves to incorporate the Bible in public school education.
Yeah, again, I think that when you come to religion, it's a very sticky situation, and we have a right to serve or believe in what we believe, in who we believe. I think that I don't know. How about teaching the kids? Never mind the Bible. Let's teach the kids. First of all, we need some teachers that want to teach. Now, hopefully, that the prices and that the salaries for teachers are going up. We'll get some teachers that really want to do it. But again, I don't know if I believe or if I'm stuck on the school teaching my child the Bible. I don't know. And where does that leave the other religions? Do they feel left out? Are there Quran classes for the Quran? Are there just like, it has to be broad. That's why I believe religion should be home. That's just my opinion. At home. Yeah. Moving right along. What else? So did you know that there's a judge, a New York City judge, indefinitely delayed President-elect Trump's sentencing, which was supposed to happen next Tuesday, the Tuesday before Thanksgiving. Now that has been indefinitely delayed on we're talking about Trump's sentencing in the Stormy Daniels hush money case, which he was found guilty. Look, what they're saying is because of the presidency and because he won the presidency, it has to be dealt with in a different manner because there's certain things you can and can't do with the president, the leader of the free world, as they say. So I don't know, but I also really believe that this election wasn't about changing anything or making the country a better place. It was more so for the security of the presidency. He knew that if he became president, there's a security presence in being the president. It's certain things that they can and can't do. So, he looked forward to that, and that seems to be what it's working. And those that voted for Mr. Trump, you have a right to vote, and that's the rights we have here. We can vote for who we want. We can like who we like. We can dislike who we like. It's freedom. And I just think that it's going to be more of the same. Things being, it's going to be called the get back session. Okay? This presidency is going to be the get back presidency, period. Okay? Now, also, what I found, just something else, just to let you guys know, did you know that President-elect Trump appointed Dr. Oz as the lead for the Centers of Medicare and Medicaid Services, which is the CMS? I haven't heard much about Dr. Oz in quite a while, to be honest with you, and I really didn't know where he stood, if he was for Kamala, if he was for Mr. Trump. I didn't know, but now we know. And now he's being put in charge of Medicare and Medicaid services. I think that there's definitely changes that need to be made, and I'm not saying he's not qualified, but I don't really know what Dr. Oz stands for. I didn't even know that he was being appointed this. So I don't know. I guess it's going to be more of the same. We're going to have to wait and see how things go. And that was a weird one for me. Now, in a previous video, I came to you guys and we were talking about the congestion pricing that was happening in New York. And now that this is an update, now that it's been approved and like Surprise, surprise, the MTA approved it. Of course they were going to approve it. When you guys spent $50 million or so, allegedly, on these cameras that you put around all around in the city, and then the governor shut it down. And I believe that was because of the election. But now, right after Mr. Trump was elected, it went back into plan. So before, the governor was stating that $15 was just too much strain on people for this, that, and the third. And now I understand why she said that, because right now the plan has been approved by the MTA for $9, right? But what they're not telling you, first off, I saw the chart and I saw the map. And let's start from here. I personally thought that the congestion pricing was going to start somewhere in the lower Manhattan, but more so under 14th Street and up to the 60s. That's what I thought, because that's the congestion area. Because lower Manhattan, you can take the Williamsburg Bridge, the Brooklyn Bridge, or the Manhattan Bridge, and you don't necessarily have to be going anywhere near Midtown. You could be right there in Soho. And I was like, okay, you might be safe. You're not safe. Okay, let's talk about this. Now, you keep hearing about this $9 toll. Baby, them girls ain't telling you the whole story, okay? This is what it is. It's $9 for passenger cars, okay? Then it's $14.40 for small truck. Now, I don't know what they consider a small truck. I'm sure that would be a 4x4 SUV, but would that be a Escalade? Or would that be, when you say a small truck, Ford Explorer? I don't know. They're not being very clear about that. But again, that's $14.40 for small truck. For large trucks, it's $21.60. Now, I don't know if the large truck would be, an extended version Escalade, a Navigator, or a box truck. They're just saying large trucks. So I'm not quite sure where that falls in. And then, of course, motorcycles. They're charging $4.50 for motorcycles. Now, for instance, me, coming from New Jersey, heading to Brooklyn, if I take the Holland Tunnel, I pay a toll of $18 to get through the Holland Tunnel, right? Once I get to the end of that tunnel and I'm coming out of the Holland Tunnel in lower Manhattan, that's when their cameras pick up whatever vehicle you're driving. You get that toll too. I'm not even going into Manhattan. I'm just using Manhattan as a throughway to Brooklyn. Not going to Midtown, coming right out of Holland Tunnel, hitting the Manhattan Bridge, boom, in Brooklyn. But you're still going to get that congestion pricing. So again, like I said in the previous video, I believe it's a money grab. It's ridiculous. I think that most people are going to have to find new ways to get around, and there are ways. I can get to Brooklyn without even hitting Manhattan, but I have to go through Staten Island. It's a rigmarole. But my thing is a money grab. And listen, I don't want the New Jerseyans to feel left out. And I say that because if you're in New Jersey or lived in New Jersey, you know that our tolls have been going up. Oh my God, I can't even explain to you. Like, well, guess what? I'll tell you this. Our tolls, the New Jersey Turnpike and Garden State Parkway tolls, will be going up January 1st. Now, the thing about that is our tolls for the New Jersey Turnpike and the Garden State Parkway have increased every year for the past 5 years. When will it stop? It gets to the point, when will it stop? I mean, people are doing horrible in this economy right now. And every time I think of it, it's a money grab. New York, New Jersey, MTA. It never stops. Well, who also doesn't stop would be Katt Williams, did you guys hear that Katt is actually following in Tyler Perry's footsteps? Meaning, he announced that he's launching a movie studio on a military base. He says it's unfair to put all the pressure on Tyler Perry. Yeah, I know that's right. Why should Tyler get all the money, right? Listen, there's enough room and enough space for everyone. And I actually think it's ingenious for these black men. This is exactly what Tyler Perry did. This is exactly, he bought an old military base and turned it into a studio where he had full control over what he did. And I don't know. I don't think it's a bad idea. And I kind of think that if Paul is serious about it, I think that he should. He's revealing that he has already acquired a former military base. Now, I don't quite know where this military base is, but I also know that 50 Cent is doing pretty much the same thing. So, I mean, listen, generational wealth, having a handle and control and not having to deal with all of these big major production companies and movie houses and stuff to have your own. Tyler Perry has made it possible. Let's be clear about that. I think that it's a good thing. Now, I said in the previous video where we were talking about Chad OCHOCINCO and he had already planned his wedding, which he broke up with his fiance, Sherelle Rosado. They broke up a month or two ago, and their wedding is planned for February. And he was stating on the Shannon Sharp show that he was going to marry somebody. He was going to get married regardless because he had paid John Legend and quite other performers to perform. Everything is paid for. And that's when I said, have a really big party. What else can you do? Have a really big party, celebrate it, do whatever. Well, at that time, we didn't know why they broke up. And allegedly, we still may not know the total truth. But for now, what we do know allegedly is that Sherelle allegedly caught Ocho in their couple's bed with another woman. The bed they share, the home they live in, that they share together with another woman. I don't know if I'm surprised about that. And I'm not saying that only because he's an athlete. He also has a history, and people can change. But again, he has the history. And I doubt that there's many changes in Mr. Johnson, because he's now stating as of last week, he's getting married to somebody. He doesn't know who it is, but everything's paid for and he's marrying someone. He says he's at a certain point in his life at a certain age and he wants to start a family. Well, how do you find and pick up somebody within the next month and a half to be married? So this is what happened. And allegedly. So we didn't know last week. So now I made sure you guys know this week. That's what the situation is. Okay. Now, I'm a little tired of this. Look, I feel like we've done this already. It's been done. Okay. Jussie Smollett, from Empire, the case where he said that he was attacked and a noose was put around his neck and different things. Well, Jussie Smollett's hate crime hoax conviction has been overturned by Illinois Supreme Court. So now he's no longer a convicted felon. It's been overturned. I don't really know what to think about it. I think it's weird. I mean, I thought it was done. And I would love to know what came to light that allowed the Supreme Court to overturn the conviction. Something had to come up, some new proof or something. But I thought we had pretty much saw everything that we needed to see and hear. We even had interviews with the two African brothers that he claimed did this. And they stated that he paid them to do it. He promised them things to do it. They've had meetings planning this. So I don't know what came out, really. Good luck to you, Jussie. I think you're a very talented actor for what I've seen. And again, good luck. Wish you the best. Yeah. Again, I would like to thank you guys. We have Thanksgiving coming up. I want you guys to be intentional and check on those family members and friends. And just be intentional. Make sure everybody's good. Everyone wants to know that someone's thinking of them, and I think that we could do that. We have a holiday coming up, then Christmas, then New Year's, there's a lot going on. I have a couple of special shows that I'm coming up with that's going to surprise you a little bit. And I love you guys. Again, be intentional. And I love you guys. And until next time, see you soon.